What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Neeks Sports. The lineup is out. Ollie rings the changes. It's all changed. 10 changes Ollie has made. David De Gea starts. Brandon Williams, Alex Tellers, Eric Bailly. Of course, we know Maguire's injured, so he'll be starting a few games between now and the end of the season. Twanzebe partners him at the back. Matic and Van der Beek in the double pivot. It'll be very interesting to see how that goes. And then we've got a very useful front line supplemented by, of course, one Manuel Mata in the number 10 position, Ahmad, Elanga, and Greenwood as our forwards. Now, we don't know. He may play Ahmad on the left, Elanga through the middle, and Greenwood on the right. I think he's going to go with Greenwood through the middle as the more senior striker, the more senior forward than Elanga. But it's interesting. It's interesting. That's all I can say. It's very, very interesting. I'm happy. I'm happy he's done it. We have to be realistic. The league is gone. If the league was really a possibility, he may have put in a few more of the big guns. You know, Bruno may have started. Bruno always wants to play, always wants to start. Bruno may have started. You may have had, I don't know, who else? Would Lindelof have started? Probably not. Lindelof carries a few injuries. Wan-Bissaka probably would have started. What we thinking? Maybe Pogba. Like, if this was an important game, then we would have seen a bit more of the big guns. But it's not. Second place is all but secured. We need 3 points to secure that. If you have a bit of background noise, apologies for that. There's some works going on my road. Not much I can do about that. But yeah, second place is pretty much secured. I think we need 3 points from our last 4 games. So even if we lose today, we've still got another 3 games to get those 3 points. So I'm happy he's made the 10 changes. The Premier League have decided to throw this fixture in slap bang in the middle. Slap bang, and they didn't need to do it. We know that, yes, the game got postponed because of the protests last week. But Liverpool are playing West Brom on the weekend. Liverpool could have played West Brom this week, and we could have played Liverpool on the weekend. West Brom are down. It's a dead rubber. It's an absolute dead rubber for West Brom. Liverpool could have played West Brom and then Man United instead. But they've caused this. They've decided to put this Premier League fixture with 1 day rest in between. They know we play on Thursday, then we play on Sunday, and now they go Tuesday, Thursday. So Solskjaer has to make the changes. And nobody can complain. I don't want to be hearing Liverpool fans, oh, he's throwing the game because they don't want us to get top 4. Maybe. I doubt it. Why would he do that? We haven't got a chance to get the highest amount of points we've had since Sir Alex Ferguson. If we win our remaining 4 games, we get 82 points. Under Jose, we got 81 points. We win the Europa League. It's officially, I think it's going to be the best season we've had since then anyway. But on all metrics, it's the best season we've had since Fergie. Why would we throw any game in the season? We don't want to lose. We don't want to lose at home. We haven't lost since January. We don't want to lose any game. But we've been forced to do this by the Premier League. This ain't about Liverpool. If Liverpool played today against us and Leicester were playing on Thursday, you would also see a rotated side. We couldn't play the same team today that we play on Sunday, that we play on Thursday. It's impossible. So, and Liverpool are our biggest rivals. That's a game that we need to win, regardless whether we're top or bottom, whether they're top or bottom, whether one of us gets relegated and we meet each other in the League Cup first round. That is a game we have to win. Liverpool against Manchester United. So, of course, we want our best team available. But it's a 25-man squad. A 25-man squad. You ask us to pick from the 25 because you want to put 3 games in 5 days. That's on you. That's on you, Premier League. So I don't want to hear about integrity. I don't want to hear anyone complain about, oh, he's doing it because he doesn't want Liverpool to get Champions League. Liverpool are in the position they are in because of their bad season. Nothing to do with us. All to do with them. Nothing to do with us. And Leicester should win the game. I want to win this game, and I want to beat Liverpool as well. But based on this, Leicester should win. That's not my problem. If Liverpool want top 4, then let Liverpool have to beat us. at our best on Thursday. They have to do it, and they're gonna have a longer rest. We would have played Thursday, Sunday, Thursday, the same team. I guess Greenwood's probably not gonna start on Thursday because he would have played Sunday as well. He did come off early. We'll see what happens today, but we would have played Thursday, Sunday, Thursday. Liverpool, no European football. They just played on, when did they play? Saturday. Who did Liverpool played? They won, wasn't it? I can't remember who they played now. 2-0. Thiago scored. But I think they played on Saturday. So they, regardless of who we play on the Thursday, whichever players we put out, then Liverpool are still going to have an advantage. So they need to do their job and beat us. Don't worry about what team we're putting out against Leicester. They need to do our job and beat us. Make sure you smash the like button. Adam says it's Elanga time. Yes, it is. I was trying to pull up his stats, actually. I don't know what he's really done this season. Let's see. So for the Premier League Division 2, the Premier League 2 Division 1, he scored 9 goals and has 3 assists in 16 games this season. Football League Trophy, he's got 2 goals in 4. Thank God that's ended. So you know, he's playing well. He's playing well. Let me see if I can get some more detail on those stats. So 11 goals, 4 assists in 20 games in all competitions. He was on the bench in a few of our Europa League games against Granada and Roma. Didn't come off. He scored against Salford in the EFL Trophy, and he also scored in the earlier on in the second round against in December against Accrington. So he got 2 goals and assists in that competition. He scored against Liverpool early in the season in the under 23s. Everton, he scored against Tottenham, Southampton B, Leicester. He has 2 goals against Leicester under 23s. I don't know who played in that game for Leicester. Let me just pull it up. I wonder. You never know. There could be a player that played in that game that could be playing today. I don't know. He's also scored against West Ham, and he scored 2 against Derby just a few days ago on the 3rd of May. So he's in form. He's in form. That was a 6-2 win. He didn't play. He wasn't in the squad yesterday for their game against Derby, which they lost, of course, because he's starting today. And it's huge for him. Like to be 19 years old, and you're starting in the Premier League for Manchester United at Old Trafford. Now, granted, there's no crowd. It would have been great if there was a crowd for him, but there isn't. It is what it is. I'm just looking at the Leicester team from that game. No, there's no one there he's playing today. But yeah, he scored against the big clubs, you might say, in those divisions, and he's playing at Old Trafford. So more power to him. More power to him. I'm very happy for him. It says, so what you think? Win, lose, this is experience, and I want to see Elanga for months. Exactly, it's experience. This is experience. It doesn't really matter what happens, if I'm going to be completely honest. I don't want the boys to go out and get smashed, and they shouldn't. You know, we still got experienced players out there. Let's not get it twisted. We might not have the team to win. Leicester have got something to play for, and they're going to have their first 11 out there. The likes of Vardy, Iheanacho, who's on scintillating form, Maddison, etc., Tielemans and Didi. That's tough. But, you know, we're not a joke. Bailly, Telles, David De Gea, all experienced players. Matic, Van der Beek. Matic, very experienced. Van der Beek, he's played at the highest level. Mata, very experienced. Greenwood, he's on good form. He's played at this level for probably about 2 years now since he's been in the team. So, no, that's not right. 2 years? No, sorry, probably about a year and a half. It's about a year and a half. So we've still got experience in the team that we're not going to go out there and get battered 4-0. Like, we have to be realistic, but it's going to be hard. It's going to be very difficult because Leicester, you think, are going to be very up for it, and they've got a very good away record as well. And as I said, they've got something to play for. But I want to get the win. I'm not even thinking about whether this affects Liverpool or not. I want to beat them, and then I want to beat Liverpool, and then it's up to Leicester and Liverpool to duel it out, and whoever deserves to get top 4 gets top 4. It's as simple as that. Big up EJ Lau, Edge Lau, from South Africa. Big up yourself. Neeks, what is this? Man United's B team. Yeah, it is. It is our B team. What can we do? And I hope that going forward, you know, we can make 10, 11 changes and still put out a team like Man City. You know, Man City can put out their B team and people be like, oh, it's still strong enough. You know, ours is pretty weak. Williams ain't looked great at all. Twanzebe's been shaky. I mean, it was his error that Leicester got the last minute draw against us at the King Power back in December. You know, it's not well, there's nothing we can do in it. Jeremiah says, beautiful team. Hope we win today. I hope so as well. I don't know what you're talking about, Sammy. We're just trying to play football. We're just trying to play football. Big up the Devil's avocado. Rachel in the house. Let's see. Oh, to play Southampton. Yes. Thank you very much. Brendan can't bottle this one. Listen, if Leicester don't win this game, we have literally, like, let's keep it real now. We've handed Leicester 3 points. We have handed Leicester 3 points today. They're for the taking. If you want it, take it. If they don't win this game, serious questions got to be asked. Serious questions. They've got 4 massive games between now and the end of the season. Today, the FA Cup final, Chelsea in the league, and Spurs. To have a successful season, they need to win. To class a season as successful, they need to win at least one of those games. I think if you win one in the league, I think they'll get top 4. If they win the FA Cup final and finish 5th, I think it's still a successful season. They'll be very disappointed to miss out on top 4. One of those 4 games you have to win this season. You get 2 wins, then it's 100%. Because if it's 2 in the league, then you're in top 4. If you win a league game in the FA Cup and FA Cup, you've got top 4 in a cup. Like that's epic proportions right there. Brendan can't bottle this. Adam says, I don't care if we lose unless it's like 7-0 or stupid, but 1-0, 2-1. Listen, you have to accept that when you put out a team like this, you risk losing. I don't want to lose any game, but you have to accept the reality. Twanzebe and Bailly might be tougher for Vardy and Kelechi than Maguire and Lindelof. I'm not even joking. You're wrong. Maguire is our best centre-back in terms of his availability, his consistency. Bailly, in terms of talent, yes, but he's not available all the time. He's not as consistent, maybe because of injuries, whatever it might be. Maguire is our most important centre-back. That partnership is the best. So I think I've got some more work going outside, so if you hear that, apologies. But the pace, of course, of Bayern, Vardy, and Twanzebe can help, but it's there's more to defending than just pace. People look at players and like, oh, as long as they're fast, they can recover. Good defenders don't have to recover as much. You look at someone like John Terry, who's widely regarded as the greatest, or one of the greatest centre backs in the Premier League history. He didn't have pace, but he didn't need pace. You know, if you want to play a high line, etc., I get all of that. But it's the positioning, where you are, anticipation. Do I drop? Do I go in for the tackle? Do I go tight on the man? Like, there's all those things that you need to anticipate. Positioning, where the ball's more likely to be. You know, where's the danger area? Do I go to the near post to clear the ball? Do I drop a bit deep? It's all of that organization of a line to play the offside, set pieces where we've struggled all season. Having pace is one thing. But you can't tell me that Bayern Twanzebe is much tougher, because Maguire is the most senior of those. Much more senior than Twanzebe. Like, let's be honest. But he's got pace. You know, we know he's had a good game against the likes of Mbappe and Neymar. He's got the ability. But as he's been a bit rash at times this season, as I said, he made an error when we drew Leicester 2-2. He gave away a stupid free kick when we drew 3-3 with Everton. And I think it was his lazy leg and the deflection goal when we lost 2-1 to Sheffield. So he ain't been faultless. He's been, as you know, error prone as much as many other of our players. I can't remember if he played against Istanbul in that game where we lost in Turkey. But yeah, I wouldn't go that far. As I said, well, he says Maguire and Lindelof get too much unnecessary hate. I do believe they get unnecessary hate, but Lindelof isn't good enough in the Premier League. Maldini, if I had to make a tackle, I've already failed. But Maldini made many tackles, so it is what it is. Adaj free, big up all yourselves in the chat. Make sure you like the video, share the content. Bottling in consecutive years. Brendan is still a red at heart. He wants to help Liverpool get top four. He didn't get top four with Liverpool the second season, did he? Got sacked. United. Yes, they might win the game, but happy to see them get some game. They might not win the game, I guess. Happy to see them get some game time. The result wouldn't bother me today. But I guess the OLE Owls will find something to moan about, nitpick. Listen, they're always. I'm really done with the back and forth with them kind of people. Where wherever the situation, win, lose, draw, Ollie's at fault. And the players that you don't like, they're at fault. And the players that you do like, they are being failed by the players that you don't like. People don't want to take responsibility or give credit where it's due. I ain't got time for them. We might lose the game. On the balance of the teams out there, we should lose the game. Leicester are in the position they are for a reason. Let's give some credit to Leicester. But if we win, it's another notch. It's another notch. Because they say, well, Ollie doesn't rotate because he doesn't trust his players on the bench. And I agree with that partially, because a lot of them ain't good enough. But they say he don't trust them. And the reason why they don't fit in is because his coaching is bad or their coaching is bad. And it doesn't mean that they just move the goalposts. Because the coaching is bad. If the coaching was better, then basically the second team should be as good as the first team. What kind of nonsense is that? Man City played their second team and made rotation, lost to Leeds, lost to Chelsea in the FA Cup, lost to Chelsea in the league. Like, your best team is your best team for a reason. Your second team is weaker. They're just not as good. They're not going to be as able to perform and be as consistent. No, he's saying Baye and Tuanzebe is tougher than Maguire and Lindelof, not Maguire and Baye. I don't even necessarily agree with that. I don't necessarily agree with that. Tuanzebe is talented. He's not there yet. He's not there yet. Okay, fair enough. It's not Maguire and Baye. He's talking about Maguire and Lindelof. But we've conceded, the second least goals in the league this season with Maguire and Lindelof as a partnership. As bad as Lindelof is, he's still a good defender. Like, as bad as Lindelof is still better than Tuanzebe right now. Tuanzebe may be more talented, but he hasn't proved it yet. He hasn't proved it, so we'll see. Best case scenario, Man United draw today and forfeit on Thursday. Forfeit today and win on Thursday, more like. But yeah, listen, guys, isn't it? The lineup is what it is. What's my prediction? I mean, let me see if I can get the Leicester lineup out. Let's see. Leicester. So sorry, I'm looking at one of my apps. So they've got Elanga on the right and Diallo on the left. That's a possibility. Leicester, they've got 3 at the back. So they've got Schmeichel, Soyuncu, Fofana, and Castagna. Thomas and Albrighton as the wing backs, Ndidi and Tielemans in the middle, Perez, Vardy, and Iheanacho. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. The senior players are going to have to step up today. Telles, Bailly, Matic, Van der Beek, Mata, David De Gea. You're going to have to step up today. You're going to have to carry a lot of these men. But I'm going to be excited to see what Diallo can do and what Elanga can do, and see Greenwood leading the line. Like, he is a senior player in the front 3. Obviously, Mata is just behind, but he's a senior player in that front 3. I want to see what he can do. It's going to be very interesting. Let me bring up the Premier League table. Give me a second, because obviously, for us, it is what it is, isn't it? Play the game, because you got to play 38 games in the season, but it means less to us than it does for Leicester and a lot of the other teams below us. And that's their own problem. Nothing to do with me. Madison shaky form on the bench. Yeah, that's like Euros coming up. He ain't going to this. He ain't going to the Euros. Not at this rate. He ain't going to the Euros. Let's see. All right, so this is the table as it stands. Of course, Man United, if we lose today, Man City officially win the title. The highest amount of points that we can get as it stands is 82. Man City need 1 win. Of course, if we lose today, then that reduces to 79. A draw means the maximum we can get is 80, but that means Man City just need 1 point from the remaining 3 games to officially win the league. And you look at the goal difference. I mean, you're not going to make that up on Man City anyway. Chelsea on 35 games played, on 64 points. They're playing Arsenal tomorrow. I think it's tomorrow. There's 2 games on today, isn't it? There's 2 Premier League games on today. Yes, Southampton playing Palace. So you're also playing Chelsea tomorrow at Stamford Bridge. I think a win for Chelsea, and that will pretty much secure them, because Liverpool, the most amount of points Liverpool can get, 4 games, 12, 69. Chelsea won 67. So, maybe not technically 100% secure them, but you think so. 1 win should be enough. Chelsea still have to play Leicester as well. Leicester on 63. For me, I think they need 1 win between now and this season. Maybe. Liverpool could win all their games, but I don't think they will. I think Liverpool might win 3 out of their last 4, which will take them to 66 points, maximum 67. Leicester need a win, maybe 4 points, to secure them in the top 4, and they're playing Chelsea as well. So straight after the FA Cup final. West Ham, I think it's going to be a long way back for West Ham. If they win the last 3 games, they'll be on 67. But can they win the last 3 games? I don't know. You can rule out Everton and Tottenham right away. People are saying you want to see Arsenal. Arsenal, they're in 9th. Arsenal are there in 9th. Villa with a game in hand. No, they can't go above them. They got 51. Everton are playing Villa in their game in hand. Arsenal looking like a 9th. I mean, they could finish 8th as a max. If we're going to be realistic, they're not going to catch Spurs. That'll be what? As per last year. Not good enough. Not good enough at all. Yeah. Seeing that Man United may be the first ever English football club to win both Europa and Premier League titles. We've won the Europa already. Or do you mean in the same season? We're not winning the Premier League. We're not winning the Premier League. You can count that out right now. Exciting lineup from artificial intelligence. Exciting lineup. I'm happy with what Ole's done. Sending the message to those who screwed us with a crazy schedule. 100%. And why would you risk your players, especially before we've got a European final coming up? Risk them for the integrity of the league? Nah, man. Nah. 25-man squad. We're using them. If you want to do this to us, and Ole said back in November, when we played Everton and they screwed us with the fixture list. We had like a Champions League game on the Wednesday away. I think that must have been to Istanbul. And then we played Everton Saturday lunchtime kickoff. Completely unnecessary. And he said, we won the game 3-1. That was like a result that a lot of people said if he didn't win, it would have cost him his job. And he said they tried to screw us over. They tried that with the last time anyone tries to do that. So he said today, we're screw you, Premier League. Screw you. You're not screwing us over. We've done our job. Screw you. Integrity gone. But I hope we win. Leeds to finish above Arsenal. I mean, for the banter, yeah. Leeds have done well anyway. I was going to say I don't want Leeds to finish there, but 9th, 8th don't make a difference to Leeds. But for the banter, that'll be funny. But guys, listen, smash the like button. Subscribe to the channel. Ring 10 changes made by Ole. Taking no chances. I would do a match preview for the Liverpool game on Thursday. And I'll do a match review for this game later today. So make sure you smash the like button. Subscribe to the channel. Turn on the bell notification so you know when I go live later today. As I says, what's your ideal transfer window? I will get onto that. Not at this moment, but I have my ideas about who I want as well. The podcast, the Neeks podcast, will be out tomorrow morning, both on YouTube and all the audio platforms, so Spotify, SoundCloud, Apple Podcasts, You can get all there. We've got a link tree, so link tree Neeks Sports, and you got all our socials there. You can just click and find our podcast. We spoke about the Formula One, spoke about Tuchel versus Pep. Of course, we've got upcoming Champions League final with them. And of course, we looked at the top 4 race, Ligue 1 race over in France, and the La Liga race in Spain. Smash the like button, guys, and I'll see you all soon.